Welcome back to Impact Math with Miss Taylor. Alrighty, we have simplifying the following radicals. So we have the square root of 24. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask ourselves what times what gives us 24. So we're going to start with 8 times 3. Okay, I'm circling that 3 because that's a prime. And then we're going to ask ourselves what times what gives us 8. Well, 2, which is a prime, times 4. And then what times what gives us 4? 2 times 2. And when you're taking the square root, you're looking for pairs. So we have 3 2's. So 1, 2, 3. And then we have times 3. So I have a pair here of 2's that can come out as 1, 2. And since this 2 doesn't have a pair and this 3 doesn't have a pair, they must stay underneath the radical. And so 2 times 3 gives us 6. And this is our simplified radical. Alrighty, let's go to the next. Simplify the following radical. So we have the cube root of 56x to the 5th y. So we're asking ourselves what times what gives us 56. And that's going to be 7 times 8. And we circle 7 because 7 is a prime. What times what gives us 8? 4 times 2. 2 is a prime, so we're going to circle that. And then we ask ourselves what times what gives us 4. And that's 2 times 2. Okay. So when we're taking the cube root, we're looking for groups of 3. So we have 1, 2, 2. We have 1, 2, 3. So we have a group of 2 3's. So that's a group. We have this 7. And then we can write out our x's. So we have 5 x's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have a y. So here we have another group of 3. So this comes out as 2 and 1x. Then we have to keep the cube root. And we have this 1 7, so it has to stay in because it doesn't have 2 more 7's. We have 2 x's, so we have x to the 2nd. And we have this lonely y that has to stay under there as well. And this would be our beautiful answer. Alrighty, I hope that helps. Let's continue. All right, so it says simplify the following radicals. We have a 4th root, 405, x to the 32, y to the 10. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down what times what gives us 405. Since the number ends in a 5, we know 5 goes into it. So 405 divided by 5 is going to be 5 times 81. So we could do 5. And 5 is a prime, so we're going to circle that. And then we have 81. And then what times what gives us 81? Well, 9 times 9 does. And then we ask ourselves what times what gives us 9? Well, 3 times 3 gives us 9. And we could circle those because those are prime. And 3 times 3 here. Okay. So we're going to have the 4th root. And we're going to have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 5. And then now we don't want to draw out x 32 times. So what you can do as a shortcut is really you could take this numerator and you can divide it by 4. Okay. Same thing with the y. We could say y to the 4 plus 4 plus 2 will give us 10, right? So we have a group of 4 here. So this comes out as 3. And then 32 divided by 4 gets us 8. So that means we have x to the 8th. It came out evenly. And then our y's, we have one group of 4, one group of 4. So that's 2 of them. And then we would have 2 left over inside the 4th root. So this 5 has to stay because it doesn't have extra 3. And we have 2 more on this y to the 2nd. And this is our beautiful answer. Alrighty, let's go to the next. Number 4 says simplify the following radical. So we have a cube root, and we have 343, a to the 3rd, b to the 2nd, over negative b to the 5th. So I'm going to start with breaking down this 343. So I'm asking myself, what times what gives us 343? And so we can do 343 divided by 7. And so we go do 7 and then 49. And then we ask ourselves, what times what gives us 49? Well, 7 times 7. And both of these are going to be prime. So that's why we're circling them. And then, let's just start there. So we have a cube root. Okay, we have a cube root. And we have 7. 7 times 7 times 7. Okay. We also have an a to the 3rd. And then we can simplify this. So we have b to the 2nd over b to the 5th. And whenever you're dividing variables, you can subtract their exponents. So we can get b to the 3rd. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Let's draw it out over here in case I lost you. So we have 2 b's on top, and then we have 5 b's on bottom, right? Well, if this b cancels with this and this b cancels with this, that leaves us with 3 b's on the bottom. And then we also have this -1, which we could say -1 times -1 times -1 will equal a -1. So a -1 will come out as well because there's really 3 of them. That's why a cube root, that's why you could take a cube root of a negative number, because if you multiply -1 times -1 times -1, you get back the -1. So let's simplify this. Let's write our answer. So we're going to take out a 7. We're going to take out an a in our numerator. In our denominator, we're going to take out a -1, and we're going to take out a b. And this is our simplified answer. Alrighty, I hope that helps. Let's go to the last one. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. And let's pause the video here, and let's go to the next. So we're simplifying the radical expression. We have the 6th root of 448, x to the 7th, y to the 14th. So we need to figure out what times what gives us 448. And so 448, I believe, can go into 4. So we have 4 and 112. So we have 4 and 112. And then what times what gives us 4? We have 2 times 2. And then we can ask ourselves, what times what gives us 112? Well, we can divide that by 2. And we get 2 times 56. Okay, so we have 2. And then we ask ourselves, what times what gives us 56? Well, that's 8 times 7. And so we could circle 7 because that's a prime. And then what times what gives us 8? 2 times 4. So we'll write the 4 here, and we'll write the 2 here. And then what times what gives us 4 is going to be 2 times 2. So we have a 2 and we have a 2 here. And then, what we're looking for is a group of 6 to take out. So we have 1, 2, 3. And we have 1, 2, 3, another pair of 3. And we have a 7 here. We have 7 x's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we can break this y to the 14th. Instead of drawing out 14 y's, what we could do is we could break it down to 6 plus 2, okay? So we have a group of 6 here. We have a group of 6 here. And we have 2 groups of 6 here. So one group of 2 is going to come out. One x is going to come out. 2 y's are going to come out, y to the second. And then what has to stay underneath the radical 6 is a 7. And then we have 1 extra x. And we have 2 here, 2 extra y's. So y to the second. And this right here is our beautiful answer. Alrighty, I hope that helps. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you so much for your support. And I most definitely will catch you on the next one. Bye.